All right, guys, we are here. The in-game smash is upon us. We knew it was coming. It is here. Huge smashing of computers and derivatives. Click, 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 click. Remember, they can put the price to 0 to 1,000 for Bitcoin. They can put it anywhere they want. Anywhere they want. This is the final smash, though. This is the thing that we hodl for. This is why we hang on tight. Hang on. It's going to get really ugly out there and really crazy. And I want to show you something that'll blow your mind. Here it is. Trump administration popped 2017 Bitcoin bubble, ex-CFTC chairman says. Chris Giancarlo, I've talked a lot about him in the past. It is happening. It is absolutely happening. The kimono is opening. Here's what's really going on. The Trump administration acted to deflate the Bitcoin bubble of 2017 by allowing the introduction of future products, a former official says Monday. That's not all they did. That's just one of the things they did. Chris Giancarlo, who left the CFTC at the end of his 5-year term as chairman in April, told CoinDesk in an interview, quote, "One of the untold stories of the past few years is that the CFTC, the Treasury, the SEC, and the National Economic Council director at the time, Gary Cohn, believed that the launch of Bitcoin futures would have the impact of popping the Bitcoin bubble, and it worked. Planned, executed, done." That's not all they did. They worked with the Bitcoin trustee, the Mt. Gox trustee, to sell Bitcoin into the market as well. In a speech at the Pantera Summit in San Francisco on Monday, Giancarlo elaborated further, saying Bitcoin's dramatic price run-up in December 2017 was the first major bubble following the 2008 financial crisis. That's why the Trump administration acted in concert to address it in a pro-markets manner. What's pro-markets about a government institution coming in and purposefully popping any bubble at all? Maybe Bitcoin was just massively undervalued compared to the amount of fiat money he was creating. So they admit it right here. They admit that they proactively popped the bubble, proactively manipulated the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin futures listed by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the CBOE were announced by the CFTC on December 1st, 2017, and went live on December 18th. Bitcoin's price peaked at nearly $20,000 one day earlier on December 17th before falling dramatically in subsequent weeks. Quote, "We saw a bubble building and we thought the best way to address it was to allow the market to interact with it." That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Throwing derivatives at a true market where we have buyers and sellers, supply and demand, to manipulate the price is illegal in commodity law. And they're saying Bitcoin's a commodity. Chris Giancarlo told the crowd gathering at the Ritz-Carlton on Nob Hill. Of course, there are different views on what ultimately brought Bitcoin prices back down to earth, reaching lows of $3,000 range in 2018. However, Giancarlo cited research by the San Francisco Fed that also credits the introduction of Bitcoin futures for reining in a market driven by optimists. Does that make you angry or what? So they throw derivatives at Bitcoin in massive amounts to rig the price down because you got too optimistic. And why were they optimistic? Because the U.S. government, every fiat government around the world was printing money like it's going out of style. This is infuriating. It is illegal, but it's nothing new. It's nothing new. What did Bart Chilton tell us about the silver market? J.P. Morgan was manipulating the silver market while he was at the CFTC. He told it in an interview right before he died. Chris Giancarlo, you better sleep with one eye open. It's kind of scary. You don't give up the secrets. So the U.S. government, Trump administration, thank you, Trump, for rigging the crypto markets. Yes, it is a rig. Sure, it was being rigged up and down, but that was free market rigging. This is government coming in, throwing artificial. If government came in and threw all the Bitcoin they had at it, that's fine. That's yes, it's rigging, but at least you're using the real thing and not derivatives, not fanciful creations that you can throw at this unlimited amounts. That's exactly why we're seeing this today. This is a derivative slam down. Thank you, Mr. Trump or Steve Mnuchin or whoever's doing this, whoever clicked that mouse. We need to get rid of these exchanges altogether. They were waiting in the wings for this. This is the end game. They're going to let it drop. It's so important that you hodl. I've been screaming it. They can place the price at $0 or $1 million with a click of a mouse. And this is proof positive. That's exactly what they did in 2017. Without shorts, a market has no pessimists. the insanity of that comment. Without naked shorts is what he's talking about. Naked shorts, derivative plays. If you want to sell cryptocurrencies, you should sell a cryptocurrency, not a derivative of a cryptocurrency. Without shorts, a market has no pessimists. If you believe it's a ridiculous price, but you don't own, there's no way to express that view. This is insane what he's saying. If you believe it's a ridiculous price, but you don't own, there's no way to express that view. Sure there is. Don't buy it. If you believe it's a ridiculous price, you are probably wrong. The market tells you something different, Chris Giancarlo. You don't throw derivatives to slam the price down. It's illegal in commodity law. I hate to tell you. You wrote those laws. Quote, if you don't have that derivative, then all you've got are believers, and it's a believer's market. Oh my God, the insanity of that statement. What happened to free markets? Willing buyer, willing seller. Supply, demand. Unbelievable. The lack of easy ways to short has been cited for other researchers as propping up prices on other crypto assets. Derivatives have to go. I'm 100% in the camp of Warren Buffett. Set off that derivative bubble of mass financial destruction, because this is complete bullshit. Completely devoid from any reality of it, what a true exchange of fair market value is. Quote, the CFTC staff handled it strictly on procedural grounds. But at the leadership level, I communicated with Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and the NEC Director Gary Cohen. That's how important cryptos are. So Mnuchin was in on it and Cohen was in on it. And we believe that should Bitcoin futures go forward, it would allow institutional money to bring discipline to the value of the cash market. Chris Giancarlo told CoinDesk. And that's exactly what happened. Discipline to the value of the cash market. A cash market should be you have cash and you have Bitcoin. It's got nothing to do with derivatives, Chris Giancarlo. This is insane what they're promoting here. Lessons from 2008. The Bitcoin bubble of 2017 must be viewed in the context of the financial crisis of 2008, Giancarlo said. In 2008, the former regulator was running GFI Group, an over-the-counter trading desk on Wall Street that became one of the largest exchanges for credit default swaps, the financial instrument that wreaked havoc on the U.S. markets. Giancarlo said, quote, coming out of the 2008 crisis, the legit criticism of regulators was along the lines of, where were they during the expansion of the real estate mortgage bubble, and why didn't they take steps to pop that bubble when they could have? You've got regulators who are deciding where a market should go, deciding to pop markets. Why didn't you just not allow any derivatives? You wouldn't have had mortgage-backed securities. You wouldn't have had the financial bubble. That view informed regulators acting quickly on Bitcoin's ascent, he added. To Giancarlo, the lesson was clear. Regulators mustn't be complacent when faced with a bubble, but they must act in a way that keeps markets free. Popping a bubble is not free market. I hate to tell you. Giancarlo, you're wrong. In the case of 2017, permitting Bitcoin futures presented just an opportunity. Giancarlo concluded, I believe it shows the power of markets to bring discipline to prices. No, it shows the power of market rigging, market manipulation to control prices so that your system can keep going. This is complete bullshit. It is just everybody who has Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies should sue the CFTC, Mnuchin, and Cohen for rigging a market. Yes, I know they have legal authority under the 1934 Gold Act that gave them the right to rig any market. But now it's just out in the open. Now we know who to blame, though. When this derivative bubble blows, we know who to blame. Trump, Mnuchin, Cohen, Giancarlo. They just admitted it. They admitted they rigged the Bitcoin market. They admitted that they cost investors. You want someone to blame crypto investors who are all pissed off that they bought in the highs of 2017? Blame your government. They did it. Giancarlo just admitted that he destroyed people's financial wealth. They were in the right place. The bubble was happening because you guys were printing money. It was like it's going out of style. And what are they saying now? We're going to control the market. What do I say? Let them burn. Let them burn. Let the old system die. It has to die. There's no converting all the derivatives into cryptocurrencies. No. Let it die. And it is dying. And we'll be happy when it's gone. No more derivatives. None. Zero. No derivatives for 1,000 years. And then maybe people will forget the pain and suffering it's going to cause. Giancarlo, you're a criminal. Gary Cohen, you're a criminal. Steve Mnuchin, you're a criminal. And Donald Trump, you're a criminal as well. You all should be taken out and kicked out of the government. A government. We need to kick the government out of the government. Bix Weir, Road to Ruta. Give me a like and thumbs up and send this to everybody you know. Anybody who's lost a penny in cryptocurrencies, now you know why.